Hello guys, welcome to episode 22 of the VoiceOFpunk. I'm your host, the VoiceOFpunk. Now, before I get started, I was going to do this video with my friend Brett, but unfortunately we didn't have the time and he had to leave, so it's just me doing this all by myself because I'm always alone. Anyway, this is going to be my retrospect and thoughts on the best cartoons to me, like the best cartoons for me growing up. Well, so further ado, let's get started. I would say, to start the very best cartoon I saw when I was growing up was Batman the Animated Series. I have the three DVD sets of it, the first three seasons, and I love that show. Of course I would. And I'm trying to think about what shows I did watch. Like, for example, I watched Batman the Animated Series. I watched the animated series of Superman. I used, like, when I was 5 years old, I used to watch Caillou a lot. I know people don't really know about that show, but I used to watch Caillou a lot. Another show I used to watch a lot when I was little was Johnny Bravo. I love Johnny Bravo. That was a fun show in my view. What else was a good one? I would also watch the Transformers animated series. Even though it was more the 80s. I was born in 1995. But I would watch the Transformers. I would watch Smurfs. Watch Alvin and the Chipmunks. I would watch Looney Tunes. Basically, a lot of cartoons I watched were very like, in each age I grew up, I kept on watching the cartoons for that age. Like, for example, when I was 5, I would watch Caillou. Then as I got older, I watched the Looney Tunes, and then Johnny Bravo, Scooby-Doo. I used to watch Scooby-Doo. Where Are You? A lot. When I was 10, I used to watch What's New Scooby-Doo? I can't really, even though people don't really count that as like a old series, but I do because it is very nostalgic to me. What's New Scooby-Doo, even though it came out in the 2000s. But when I was watching it, I was still pretty young. And I think that show is really good. But, still the best one is Batman the Animated Series because it took its audience seriously. It didn't treat kids as little morons. Which, if you're trying to do a good cartoon show, and it's targeted towards kids, don't you treat your audience like they're morons. Which, unfortunately, a lot more cartoons nowadays actually do. They treat their audience like they're morons. And, it's actually very depressing. Because as I look back on these good shows, I just feel like there's no effort put into children cartoon shows anymore. It's always the same lameless jokes. Hey, Sly. Sly's attacking my sweater. Huh, buddy? He's attacking my sweater. But, there's no effort put into these shows anymore, and like, they always go for the shameless jokes, the fart jokes, the toilet bathroom humor, which really is very juvenile, and if I must say, childish. I know like a child, like, well, what's the point? It's a children's show, it's supposed to be childish. No. It's a children's show is like, yes, it speaks to a child, but it doesn't talk down to them. It actually talks to them, not talk down. Another show I loved as a kid. I have to do this, guys. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle, get on, turtles. Beat the bar. Watch out for Shredder. That's from the 2003 animated series, but I liked both of them. I like the 1980s Ninja Turtles, and I like the 2000s. Which one I like better? I don't really know. I like them both equal. But oh my god, I loved the Turtles when I was growing up. I loved Ninja Turtles. I still find myself every time I'm bored or I'm doing a test. Every time I'm doing a test at school, I'm always going like this. Math, okay. 24 times 300 equals Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know, you might horrible sing, but that happens. It's true, it happens. It's just how I'm wired. And I would get so excited watching that show. Like even now, I'll be watching the show, and next thing you know, I'll go like this. Watch out! Right side, right. Yep. I'm going. Wow! Watch out! Wow! No! Watch out! I'm not even kidding. I would go crazy watching that show. Same way if I watch Batman, I'll be like, I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman! I am a pathetic human being. I just realized that. Anyway. What else show would I watch while I was growing up? Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon. I would watch that show so much. I remember me and my brother. What we did, we taped the Pokemon the first movie. And I'm not kidding, that's actually what it's called. Pokemon the first movie. I bet you our creator who made that movie was going like this. Fuck you, we're naming this Pokemon the first movie because we know there's going to be like 30 more movies after this. So we have to be clear that this is the first goddamn movie because we are Pokemon and we are the shit. I bet you that's what he was like. But me and my brother, we taped that and we wore that tape down. Or it was mostly me, but we wore that tape down. Like, it was to the point where we couldn't even run anymore. That's how much we watched it. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon! I remember, it would be Saturday morning. It would be like around 10. Yeah, around 10. And, I was sitting there in my little Scooby-Doo pajamas, with a little bowl of cereal, my big chubby belly, going there, and I'll be sitting there. I'll be like, it's gonna come on. And all of a sudden, nowhere. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon! Pikachu! Oh, I get so excited. I would actually pee in my. I would pee in my Scooby-Doo. I would pee in my Scooby-Doo pajamas. I still do, but you know. I would pee in my Scooby-Doo pajamas. I'd get so excited. I'll throw my bowl of cereal. I'll be like, oh my god! Ah! It's your side. Slice is staring at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, I don't know what's wrong. And I would also watch Dragon Ball Z. I would also watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Lots and Digimon. Those were like the anime shows I would watch when I was little. Because when I was little, I didn't understand the concept of animated and anime. I didn't, I still don't really see difference. It's just like two different styles of animation. But when I was little, I just thought of them as like, oh, they're cartoons, awesome, yay! And I would just remember, I would get so excited every time Pokemon came on, every time Batman came on, every time that the Ninja Turtles came on. I would get so excited. I'll be like, oh my god! I would be like, oh my god, thank you, Jesus! I basically turned into a black priest. Thank you, Jesus, 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 be healed. And like it was, I like every time I think back on my childhood, the only thing that really pops in my head about childhood is watching cartoons. Is watching these Saturday morning cartoons, sitting my butt down on the floor, and just watching the TV nonstop. Like it would be from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock, nothing but Saturday morning cartoons, and I would be that was like the best hour. That was like the best good 3 hours of my life when I was little. It was like it was such a simpler time, you know. Like and I'm a teenager saying this. Such a similar time before all the drama in high school and choosing between boys. I sound like a little teenage girl. Oh, such a simple time. Yeah. Whatever, guys. But it was I remember that time watching these cartoons, not having a care in the world. You know, like the only drama, or like the only, I don't know if that's the only drama, that it makes me sound like a drama queen, but the only like problem, I guess, like without dealing with homework or anything, was what's going to happen to these characters in the next episode. What's happening in the next episode. Also, I would watch it. Like another thing that really got me into that was Jackie Chan's Adventures. That was a fun show. And yeah, it's like, oh, another show I used to watch. DuckTales. Woo woo. DuckTales. DuckTales. I'm trying to think of this song. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. There it is. DuckTales. Woo! Oh, I feel so stupid. I can't think of the theme song right now. Oh. Anyway, another show I used to watch was Tiny Toons. Oh, I love Tiny Toons. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony, and in this cartoony, we're feeling you to be. 'Cause Tiny Toons Adventures and Tiny's entire family. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all the little loony. Oh, I love Tiny Toons. I still watch Tiny Toons. I don't care what anybody says. That theme song is awesome. Surprisingly, I never really got into Animaniacs. Yeah, I don't know why. I just didn't. I think I was more of a Tiny Toons kid, but yeah. These shows growing up, man, I love these shows. I still love these shows. Now that I'm older, and I enjoy these shows more than I enjoy the cartoons that they have now. And speaking of that, I should say the cartoons I like now. I would say the best cartoon they have, now they have, is Total Drama. 16. They're both made by the same people, by the way. Total Drama 16. The Batman was actually pretty good. I heard a lot of people that didn't really like it. I can see why, but I enjoyed the Batman. I thought it was pretty good. The Teen Titans. That goes in one of my favorite shows of all time. Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's my favorite show of all time. It's even above Batman. That's how much I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, but like, in the one in Avatar, that was, like, even though in my last video I said the best cartoon they have out there right now is Total Drama, I still say that's true because Avatar Last Air, like, what I mean by that, if Avatar Last Airbender was still on the air, and like, even though they had that new series on Legend of Korra, but like, if Avatar: Last Airbender was around this like round right now, and no round of Total Drama, I would say Avatar would be far above Total Drama. But since Avatar has ended, like, so Total Drama takes the cake right now because Avatar is, only has 3 seasons and it's done. But seriously, that's my favorite cartoon series is Avatar: Last Airbender. Another show I think is good now is G.I. Joe Renegade. I think that's pretty good. I saw a few episodes of it, and I was impressed with what I saw. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm not like a big fan of it or anything. Like if it's on, I'll watch it. But I don't know. I do not like seek out the time when it's going to be on. Like if I'm just flipping through channels and it's on, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, like that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the best shows I thought I was growing up, and the last part came with like shows I think is good now. But cartoon writers now, take a look back at the old shows. Take a look back at the shows that we have grew up with and the shows that you have grew up with. Because the cartoons you have now and you're writing now is horrible. Most of them are horrible. So, my advice to the cartoon writers now, step back and take a look back. Watch the older cartoons. Watch the effort. Watch how the jokes were right. They came and went, the jokes. And, that's made for like a bad thing. It was good. It was quick, go. Quick, go. Quick, go. Like that. And think about, there was the jokes. And then think about how to take your audience seriously. Like the shows that took their audience seriously is Batman, Superman, and Gargoyles. That's one thing I forgot to mention was I loved Gargoyles as a kid. That was a really good show. So I would please say that take a look back at these shows and you'll learn something. And I would bet you that today's product of cartoons would be much better if we take a look back and watch the shows from then. So those are my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys agree with some of my choices, which one's the best cartoons out there. I look creepy in this. Anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back on Monday with my Honey Night Raw review, and I'll hopefully have my friend Brett with me. Who knows? Bye, guys.